Alright guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to do something I said we'd maybe include in like some bonus content. I'm going to go ahead and do it now because off camera I had a little fun. I once heard Steven Slate say that the VMR modules would be so low latency that you could record through them. And I remember thinking, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Well then I got an Apollo and saw how low latency that could be. So I thought, well, maybe I'll give Slate a little try here. And so off camera, I did. I plugged the bass through. It's just got it going to its own little track here. If I flip over and show you the console from Universal Audio, I'm still going through my Apollo interface, but I'm just input 2 here. The high Z input, I'm plugged directly in, which it's still doing whatever it's doing with the impedance and as if you're plugging into an amp, I guess. But this would be the equivalent, for the most part, of just plugging into your Focusrite or your M Audio or your M-Box, just going direct with the bass. Not even using a DI here, just going into the Apollo. No plugins, no 1073, no compression. All the way over here, we're looking at input 2, really straightforward. And then I've got VMR on, and I've got their Neve 1073. Then I've got Revival, and then 2 compressors. So pretty much the same thing, except this Revival. I love this thing. I put it on everything. It's free if you already have an iLock. You can go to slatedigital.com. Download VMR, you get Revival for free. But his whole low latency thing got me curious, and then I'm really impressed. So I'm going to show you what I did is I put a little bit of top, similar to the last video, a little bit of top 3.2, and then the top shelf. And then I added the same 35 hertz sub frequencies, just a little bit there, was like 2 or 3 dB. And that was it as far as the Neve 1073. Then for Revival, I just kind of pushed it up, see what it did. It's not going to do too much in the upper mid-range, the top end on a bass. So I just kind of cranked it up, pulled it back, turned it off. Felt like it did something a little bit sweet to the top, to the upper mids, top end. And so I left it. And then the 2 compressors. In the previous video, we talked about using the DBX as a kind of medium attack, quick release kind of thing for the initial playing to kind of smooth me out. Well, here I'm using a 4-to-1 ratio. You can see a medium attack and a fast release to just try to even out my poor playing a little bit. And then the second compressor is set to 20-to-1, and it's just kind of getting any of those extra peaks, anything that comes through. So fairly gentle compression with each of these, 3 to 5 dB-ish with both. And I'm going to go ahead and play with a pick. Let's go to active mode. Okay, so you can see it kind of reacting there. But let's do this. I'm going to go to the kind of the bridge of this song. I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to track with this on, and then I'm going to track with it off, and we'll go between the 2 playlists. Actually, we only have to track it once, and we'll go between the 2 playlists. Okay, so this is more the rock style, pop rock type stuff. I can handle that. The reason why we're doing this section, just to make fun of myself, is while I did play the other stuff with my finger and pretended to be a bass player, it took me a couple of hours of practicing and warming up and like thinking, and a couple YouTube videos to see how to have some proper bass player technique. So we're not going to do that on camera, but this is easy. I got this all day. So now let's take a listen. If we come out here, let's actually solo the bass, and let's listen with this compression on. We'll pull this up on the screen so you guys can see it while we hit play. That to me sounds so smooth. Nothing too crazy on the compression. Okay, a little bit smacky, but I like it. I think it'll fit well in the track. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to highlight that last section that had some dynamics to it. And I'm going to hit play. And the first time through, I'm going to let the compression be on. And then the second time, I'm going to take it off. So rewind that a couple of times and check it out. But man, so much smoother with the compressor on. And this was recorded in real time with this on. I feel like it helped me as a player to feel myself playing more consistently, a little bit smoother. We got the big bottom end, have a nice tone to it. So little shout out there, quick video showing off the Slate VMR. This is really affordable. I'm a Everything Bundle subscriber. $25 a month, maybe 30. I can't remember if I did I do have the one with the reverb, so I think it's like $30 a month, but pretty killer stuff. I didn't really mean for this to be a commercial for Slate, but I'm a huge fan of Universal Audio and the Apollo and those plugins and all of that. But I didn't necessarily know that Slate was going to sound this good or feel this good playing through it. So kudos to Slate and everything they're doing there. Those are the settings. If I was doing like a rock song, heavy rock or something, I wanted a trashier bass tone, I may crank this a little bit more. I may come in here and maybe take the Slate preamp stuff and like drive the gain on it, but then back off the output so that I can get a little bit more trash from the tone. All kinds of stuff I may do for different genres, but we're producing and mixing this track, so I don't want to steer too far off course. But in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to take this bass part that I just tracked, and we're going to quickly show you my editing process. Because while I was thinking about an editing module, I feel like this is going to benefit you guys more. This is how I work. Real workflow is for me to track something, do a couple different takes. Once I comp it, I'll go in and just kind of tighten up the performance of the bass to the kick. Depending upon the genre and the style, it'll vary how much I tighten it up. But I'm going to show you that in the next video, and I'll see you guys there.